Alright guys, super hyped. The time has come. I'm gonna go and unbox this, guy. It's my very first unboxing video. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I figured the top-down approach would be nice for the angle on this, so you guys can see everything that's going on. Be careful of this coffee table. If I slash this thing, my girlfriend will murder me. All right, last minute chance to get your guesses in. Once again, it is not going to be a Taylor guitar. Oh, watch out for those deadly staples. Things that make you bleed for days. That was convenient, and the case is a little upside down, so you guys can't see exactly what it is just yet. Bunch of cardboard or warehouse dust. All right. Moment of truth. All right. I think this kind of gives it away. Oh, bro. Bro, that is beautiful. Holy crap. The pictures online do not do this guy justice. Hell yeah. So as far as the first video goes with my Jackson ET7, I am definitely a Jackson lover. Guitars are fantastic, and I thought I would not be opposed to having a second one. And I saw this come out, I think about a couple of years ago, maybe a little longer, and I thought this was an absolute beauty of a guitar. I've been pretty stoked on this one ever since, and hope one day I'll be able to get my hands on one. And yeah, I was able to snag one of these for a pretty good price, and it looks like it's in pretty immaculate condition. Let's see. This is the second Jackson I've gotten complimentary Dunlop strap locks from us. I think they do that with all their guitars. That's cool. Strap locks in case you guys want them. It's the owner's manual if needed, probably not, but it's there if you need it. A glorious Evertune key. I don't think you guys saw, but this guy also comes with an Evertune. For my first video, I definitely am in love with Evertunes. Probably will never have another guitar that doesn't have one. But yeah, I'm gonna pull this guy back out again. Get an overall look on it. You know, the neck in the picture I thought was gonna be a little wide, definitely a little wider than my Misha guitar. But honestly, this is nice. It kind of has almost like an Ibanez feel to it, but it's got a little bit more of a rounded radius, which is cool. So not super flat like the Ibanez. I kind of steered away from Ibanez because of how flat their fretboards were. But this is nice. Hell yeah. Try to get a little close up on the finish here. So this is in gold sparkle. Try to get like, there you go. You can really see the sparkle come out in that angle. Super gorgeous. Yeah, it's a pretty pimp guitar. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing the headstock too, it's all sparkled out. Bro, this thing is so freaking pimp. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's my new Jackson Dinky. Stoked. Cool. I'll go ahead and flip over to going over the specs in this guy in a little bit. Let me go ahead and swap camera angles real quick. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the unboxing portion of the video. I'm going to go ahead and move on now to the specs of this guitar. So we'll, just like last time, move from the headstock going down to the body, and we'll kind of just go over them as we move along. So just like the last guitar, this one also has the stock Jackson locking tuners, which are fantabulous. I've had no problems with them, just like the other two I've owned. The headstock on the fronts, I think, is really cool. I do like that they match the same gold sparkle finish with the rest of the body, so it just kind of looks very cohesive and really just rocks that that sparkle finish that they made on this. So cool stuff. For the nuts, they have a graphite nuts. I think it's kind of standard on most guitars nowadays, but the rest of the neck, we have the frets, which are stainless steel, which is really cool. This is actually my first guitar I've had stainless steel frets on. I think pretty much all my guitars I've had nickel frets, which after enough time they kind of wear down and get dense and stuff like that. So with these, that won't happen. They're very durable, and they'll probably last the life of the guitar, which is really nice. Fretboard is ebony, so it's kind of that black look, which really, once again, attributes to the black and gold aesthetic, which I think is really cool. So I'm definitely stoked on that. Typically, I go for natural maple necks, and that's kind of been my thing for many years. But I do think this is a really cool look on the guitar, specifically to match the aesthetic once again. The back of the neck, we have it's a maple neck, but then also has a strip of wenge going down the middle just for extra added stability. I've had one guitar which I think it was a Purple Hearts strip. It was either that or Babinga, but it really did help with keeping the neck nice and sturdy and not causing too much warping on it. So I think this is kind of a nice feature as well, just for, once again, the added stability. For the side, we have the lumen light side dots, which I think a lot of guitars are kind of coming standard with nowadays. So if you're a gigging musician specifically, if any light hits this, or you charge these up, kind of like a battery, it does lend itself to being kind of like almost like flashlights on your side of your neck, where if it goes dark on stage, these light up kind of like a glow stick, if you will. So that's definitely a nice feature for someone who is a gigging musician. But yeah, that's the neck. We'll go move on to the body at this point. So once again, the thing that makes this guitar so pimp is the fact that it is just completely pimped out in gold sparkle, which I think this is kind of better lighting now, where you can really see that sparkle kind of just flash around as you move the guitar. That is probably the number one thing that drew me to this guitar, because looks are definitely important for things like this. You want your guitar to be something you want to look at besides just playing it and sounding good. But yeah, I am absolutely stoked on this finish. It's so cool. But yeah, as far as the body goes, it's just a basswood body. I think a lot of Jackson guitars are becoming just kind of standard basswood, or I think even mahogany, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I love basswood. It's just such a neutral wood, and it's really easy to shape tones with, and just sounds good and very lightweight. Basswood's not a heavy wood at all. Like I like mahogany. I have an Agile 8-string over there, which that thing, it's a good guitar, but it literally feels like a brick because of the body wood. So I definitely really appreciate having a lighter body wood such as this. So yeah. For the electronics, we have 2 unbooking pickups. These, I didn't realize it because I kind of got excited about the guitar and just completely skipped over a lot of the specs, but these are actually Fishman Fluence pickups. I actually have the specs pulled up here, but these are active Fishman Fluence open core PRF CO7 humbucking pickups, both in the bridge and the neck. I saw the battery cover on the back, so that automatically told me this guitar is active, and I totally didn't know that it was passive like a lot of guitars are nowadays. But yeah, they're active Fishman Fluences, which was a surprise to me, so I'm stoked to try these out. For the knobs and the switcher, kind of the same thing. It's got the 5-way switcher blade, just like my other ET7 guitar. So it's, I guess I do a quick cut in here. I didn't actually realize that the electronics configuration, as far as the pickup selector positions, and then even actually the push-pull knob on the on the tone knob is actually a little different from my ET7. So I'm actually going to kind of cut in to kind of go over those real quick. So starting with the pickup selector. So it's very similar to the ET7 as far as the pickup positions here, but there are some slight differences compared to the coil settings and stuff for my ET7. So starting with the first position here, this is the full bridge humbucker. So both coils here. Flipping to the second position, it's actually just the split inner coil for the bridge, where on my ET7 it was actually both the split inner coils for position 2, but for this one, position 2 is just the split inner coil on the bridge. Moving to the middle position, it's both the inner coils. Going to fourth, it's the split inner coil for the neck pickup, and then for the fifth position, that's going to be the neck pickup here in full. So what I thought compared to my ET7 is I thought pulling this up just disengages the tone circuit. That's actually not what it is. It's actually something very different. So because these are the Fishman pickups, there's a voicing flip between what you can, or just voicing tonal options you can choose that flips between pulling this up and pulling it down. So when I was looking through the specs further on the Jackson guitar, having this depressed down into the just the depressed position for the tone knob, it puts it in voice 1. Pulling it up puts the pickups into voice 2. And then I guess when you go to positions, is it 2, 3, and then 4, it goes into voice 3. So I'm going to go over actually the positions for the voicings. I tried to find it on Fishman's site. They don't really have any 7-string pickups, oddly enough. It's a lot of like artist 7-string pickups. So I went to the 6-string, and I think the voicings here are pretty much the same for the Fluence pickups. So what I'm seeing here for voice 1, so when the knob here is pushed down, it's a modern active high output. So it has kind of more of like an Alnico sound from what it seems like. So it's supposed to be full, round, and boosted, but it's supposed to also have good articulation dynamics. So that would be voice number 1. Voice 2, when you actually have it pulled up, it gives a more of a crisp, clean, and fluid sound. So that seems to be kind of maybe attributing more to the kind of like the single coily kind of sound. But for sure, when you're in position 3, or sorry, voice 3, so when you're in the positions here of 2, 3, and then 4, it actually does go into more of the single coil sound. So it's going to be that glassy crystal single coil spank sound that you're usually used to hearing for single coil guitars or pickups. So yeah, that's one thing I want to kind of cut in for with this, because I had no idea that was the configuration for the not just the selector, but also what the tone knob does as well. Just because I'm so trained on what my ET7 does and all of its tonal positions. So yeah, just want to add that in there. And then yeah, like my last video, Evertunes are kind of my thing now. I don't know if I could ever buy another guitar that does not have an Evertune, to be completely honest, just because of how convenient they are. I do lots of recording into my home rig, so not having to tune your guitar every 5 seconds is honestly awesome. I've really come to appreciate and love these things, and almost, I guess, maybe obsessed a little bit that Evertunes now exist. But yeah, that's just another reason why this guitar is just so great, because it comes with the Evertune once again. Backside just has the Evertune chassis here if you need to pull it open and do any kind of maintenance to the Evertune. I probably won't, but if you need to, it's back there. And then here's the electronics compartment here, and then the battery pack for the active pickups. So yeah, that's really it about the guitar. It's very similar to my ET7 as far as a lot of the makeup of the guitar is just obviously different kind of body shape for the most part. It's got the dinky style body as opposed to the ET7, and then we have the Fishman pickups here. So not too much difference, but I am stoked to try this out and see how it sounds. It did get shipped to me completely out of tune, so I don't know if you can hear it, but it is very out of tune. So I'll be tuning it up just to do an actual sound test demo. So we'll do that at a later time.
But this was mostly just the unboxing and just me going over the specs of the guitar for this video. So hopefully this was informative, and if there's anything I missed or anything, any questions on, you can always comment, of course, or message me. But yeah, I am very, very stoked about this guitar, and is yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you.